Welcome to HTML Essential Training. I'm Daniel Malone. Let's get started. So this course is going to require that you be computer literate. You need to know how to turn your computer on. You need to know what a web browser is. You need to be able to type. It doesn't matter how fast you know how to type, just you need to be able to type at least some, because you're going to need to know some computer skills to get something out of this course. So let's get started right away. You can follow along in Windows 8, Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP. So just whatever computer you have. Also, if you're on a Mac, you're gonna have to do some things differently. I don't have time for that. I don't have a Mac with me right now, so I'm not gonna be able to help you out there if you're on a Mac. But if you but so this is mainly, you kind of have to have Windows to follow along with this course. And so let's go ahead and get started. And I went ahead and I opened up Notepad. It's important that you open up Notepad, not Microsoft Word, not not some other word processing like WordPerfect or something. They're not going to work for HTML. If you want to learn HTML, you're going to have to open up a file editor like this, and you might notice if you type, look, you're typing out some here. It looks like there's this kind of weird font, but just trust me, you're gonna have to do it this way. Actually, it might be possible to do it. This is gonna be the easiest way to do it. So whatever, just open up Notepad, and this is where you're gonna write all of your HTML. So you're gonna get really familiar with this. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to File, Save, or if you want, you can press the keyboard shortcut Control S or Control S is what it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and press the keyboard shortcut Control. So press the Control key on your keyboard, hold it down, press the S key once, and then let go of both of those. And then let's open up the Save As dialog box. And what you need to do is you need to name and save your HTML Notepad document. So we're going to just call this index.html. Now I gotta point out something. It's really important that you type out the dot and then the HTML after that. That'll tell Windows that this is an HTML. This is a web design. This is an HTML file. This is what you're gonna have to do inside a Notepad. So you go to File, Save, and I just put index. You can put whatever you want. You can call it Daniel.html, Malone.html. You can do it whatever you want to do. But this is how you're going to have to do it. You have to put in the .html. So if you just put index and save it, that's not going to do it. It's going to put a .txt at the end. It's not. To make it simple, index.html, and you just want to go somewhere, and I already have it saved somewhere. You're going to have to remember where you saved it. So I'm just going to go ahead and click save because I know where I saved it. I know what folder I saved it in. If you're following along, you can just save it in my documents, but you just need to make sure you remember what you call it, and you need to make sure that that it ends with a .html. So let's go ahead and click save. And here we are. We're in an HTML document. This is our website. You're probably thinking it's kind of weird, like this is blank. Well, this is like HTML 101. This is like the basic HTML. So let's go ahead and write something. I'm going to go ahead and write my name. And then I'm going to go up, really important that you do this, go up to File, Save, or that keyboard shortcut, Control S. You have to save the file. Then I'm going to go to My Documents, and I'm going to navigate to where this is. So where you save the index.html file. So wherever you saved it, just navigate to that that folder, and you're going to see index.html. Double click on that. That should open it up in a browser. Could be Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, whatever you have. That should open it up in a default web browser. And you'll notice that if you go up here, it's not a www.com. Don't worry about that for now. That's something kind of more advanced. That's if you want to put it online. But this is completely free. You don't need any basic software already on your computer. If you visit Facebook, if you have Notepad on your computer, which you should, you're going to be able to follow along with this. So this is just really basic, and you should get something out of this. And so I'll go back to my Notepad document, and you see I wrote Daniel Malone. And here in Google Chrome, in my case, I have Daniel Malone. Now, that doesn't look really pretty. This is a basic website. So we're going to go back to Notepad and we're going to type some more text. We're going to type welcome. So I went down a couple of lines and I got to save it. So go to File, Save, Control S on your keyboard. It's going to help you out a lot. Go back to your internet, in my case Google Chrome. And now what's really important is it's not going to update it. So you go back to Notepad, you say welcome there. It's not going to update it until you refresh the Internet Explorer or the Mozilla Firefox or the Google Chrome page. You have to refresh your internet. There's a keyboard shortcut. It's Control R. So press and hold the Control key, then tap the R, then let go of both of those. Or there's a button, usually on most browsers, reload this page, refresh. It's going to be called something like that. You need to hit that button. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that button. And now it says welcome. And you're probably thinking, Daniel Malone, there's supposed to be 2 spaces there, because if you go back to your Notepad, there's some space between there. Well, HTML is different. So the whole thing about HTML is you need to write certain code to make it go down to the next line. And I'm just going to demonstrate here for a purpose. So basically, you have both of those little signs. They're on your keyboard. It should be below the K and below the L. You hold down the Shift key and you press down the comma or the period. And they're below the K key and the L key. And those are kind of special HTML tags. And it's kind of special because anything you put inside of there is going to be HTML pretty much, at least for the purpose of this course. So say you want to make something bold, or say you just want to add a space there, an actual space, because you noticed when you go back to Internet Explorer, or go back to Google Chrome, so there was a couple of there was space there, but up in so there's no space here in Google Chrome. You have to tell the HTML to put it down the next line. It's might be kind of confusing at first, but this concept's kind of something you're going to have to get around. So at the end of Daniel Malone, we're going to type some HTML code, BR, and let's save that. So go to File. You have to save it. Go to Save. Go back to Google Chrome or whatever browser you have. Click the Reload Refresh button. You're going to see it put it down on the next line. Something that's you're going to have to learn about HTML is it doesn't matter how many spaces you have. You could have all that space. Go back, reload the page. It's still going to be there. It's going to be just one line down. That's because white space in HTML doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much white space you have. You're going to have to tell HTML to put it back on the next line or to push it to the next line. So say, hey, we want to put it down 2 lines. So I'm going to just type BR again. So go ahead and go to File, Save. You have to save it. Go back to your web browser and click the Reload button, and you'll see, whoa, look at that. It went down. It's 2 lines down. You might think, well, let's make it 10 lines down. I'm just gonna go ahead and type BR. So I typed it a couple more times, and so let's save that. Go up to File, Save, go back to your internet browser, and reload the page, and you can see, well, look at that. You got some spaces down. So we're going to expand upon this and HTML tags, and we'll do that in the next video.